Hello, I'm Nelson Williams for GameOgre.com. After discovering how much I love anime-themed games, the club-swinging crew at GameOgre decided it was time for a change and strapped me into Talisman Online, which comes from China. Although most of the Western world doesn't know it, China and Japan couldn't be more different, and that shows in their MMORPGs. While Japanese games are usually the offspring of comics and cartoons, Talisman Online owes its strange parentage to a marriage of Buddhist and Confucian legends. That means talking animals, fat pandas, and the proper natural order enforced by head stompings. The basics of Talisman Online are similar to other games you might have played, especially one involving the craft of war. There are 5 classes to choose from, some of which are restricted to either male or female characters. The wizard attacks from range with magic swords and other spells. The monk makes baddies pray for death with a huge swinging blade. The assassin does it from behind with twin stabby bits. The fairy hums Zelda music while throwing healing spells. And the tamer is a whisperer to more than just horses. These 5 classes are set against the forces of Master Blood, a charming fellow whose domestic policy agenda can best be summed up by a quote from Talisman Online's backstory. The beautiful and peaceful continent became a hell which was full of corpses. So, bad guy. As it turns out, Master Blood was defeated and sealed away in unmelting ice hundreds of years ago, then sunk to the bottom of a lake. This prison was supposed to last for 1,000 years, but they must have picked up the cheap budget magic ice, because Master Blood went and disappeared, suspiciously just as monsters flooded the countryside. The talismans in Talisman Online are your weapons and items, which upgrade and enhance as your character gains levels. These talismans offer unique powers to your character beyond bigger numbers. Enhancing is fueled by energy, a sort of secondary experience system that comes from defeating monsters and aiding other players in a master-apprentice arrangement that is built into the game. The master-apprentice system is interesting because it rewards players for joining and working together. Both players earn an experience bonus, and at certain levels they qualify for other goodies like new talismans and extra reputation, to help earn super nifty super goodies from rep vendors. There's even a graduation ceremony when the apprentice grows to a suitable level under the master's watchful eye. The social aspects of Talisman Online are reinforced through the guild system, which offers bonuses, extra quests, and other rewards to players who hook up with their fellow adventurers. There's even a guild war thing going on, where guilds can fight each other in the arena, or work to defend or attack the Blood Palace to take control of the Blood Mountain map. It sounds like a wonderful vacation spot. Let's take a look at the game. This is the character creation screen where you can see the 5 classes. These Technicolor gods aren't what you start with, but what you can become. Here's what you look like when you first hit the shores. It's a long climb to the top, but showing what your character could become from the start is a great way of encouraging players to get there. Here we have the starter zone, gated by a rainbow bridge to keep out the riffraff. Monsters hate rainbows. Your first quests are here, as well as trainers to introduce you to the details of your class. These quests familiarize you with the combat system and reward you with your first collection of talismans. As you can see, the characters are detailed and colorful, even without their acid trip armor. Although you'll spend most of your time zoomed out to get a good view of the battlefield, it's nice to have good graphics in close for making screenshots and working up forum avatars. Most games these days feature a quest guide, usually a marker on the map or a little arrow, but Talisman Online takes it a step further with autopilot. Hit the go button and your character will cruise on down to the general area of the quest. It's a little odd, but it works. While Talisman Online has the look of a Warcraft clone, it doesn't feel like one. The leveling mechanics center around empowering your equipment rather than your character, which changes things. The social game is much stronger, with mechanics to encourage guilding and grouping that aren't seen in the bigger Western MMO scene. What really sets Talisman Online apart is the Chinese flavor. Most fantasy games are based on Western images of Europe and legends out of Greece and Rome. But Talisman Online takes its tropes from an entirely different culture. The ways of the world are bound in Buddhist spirituality and Confucian law, which makes for a refreshing change of pace from the typical fantasy we've been slogging through since the dawn of video gaming. It's a change that's badly needed, and I look forward to more games exploring the mythology of China. Also, fat pandas. Fat pandas!